It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they too were losers last week, so they're also... The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Second and 9 now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Prince. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Prince. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now a handoff up the middle. Prince. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 4. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Back to throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Back to throw. Jenkins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Parks. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, what a juke into space. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The visitors' offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their second possession. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Prince. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2nd and 6. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Jenkins. Under pressure, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. With it is Jackson. Dances by him. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Off the play fake, Jenkins toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Back to throw again. The short throw pulled in by Woods. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. On one of them, taking it right down Broadway. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. From the 23, here's the 2nd down and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a handoff up the middle. Prince. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Prince. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's King. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. In motion goes the tight end. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And his guys have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. A beautiful fake. Well, this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. And this is going to be intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On 1st down, Prince. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Prince looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now, oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to try and go deep again. And this one is incomplete. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up, make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up, maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
39-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
Off play action. Jenkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Fowler. Now a 2nd and 2.
Number 81. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Jenkins. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Jenkins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jenkins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Prince. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On first down, Prince. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Back to throw. Jenkins. The short throw pulled in by Woods. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Looking to throw. Jenkins. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jenkins. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw, Jenkins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw, Jenkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Second and 2. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Jenkins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jenkins. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Jenkins. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Jenkins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, which to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They'll set up a throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Prince. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
A gain of 7 results in a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Our home team, 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jenkins. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
They run a draw here on second down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Brings up third down.
This offense so far on third down, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is third down and 12. He finds his man, complete. That's Parks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Looking to throw. Jenkins. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Back to throw. Jenkins. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's third and 3.
Complete to number 83. It's a gain of 4. Brings up.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Second down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jenkins. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On first down, Prince. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. They'll look to throw here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for our visitors, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.